We interrupt this montage to bring you a special report. Moonwatch 2021 live from the Southern Hermitcraft Isle. Here's Moon McGee. Good evening, I'm Moon McGee with this Moonwatch 2021 special report. Some claim it's a blessing, others a curse. But no one now denies the moon is getting larger. Tonight we focus on this phenomenon from a scientific perspective, looking only at the facts and the delicious amount of glorious Swiss cheese that the moon will bring to us all.
Not the line, McGee!
On behalf of this station, I would like to apologize for my previous remark. I skipped lunch earlier. As I was saying, tonight we focus on this phenomenon from a scientific perspective, looking only at the facts and attempt to uncover the truth about the moon's rapid growth. Today with us in studio, Moonman Joe Hills, who has been monitoring the moon for weeks.
Thank you for having me, Cub. This moon thing is really getting out of proportion, and I'm glad that you're taking it seriously.
Indeed, Joe. You were one of the first people to sound the alarm on the moon and have, to my understanding, been gathering some information about the moon very recently.
Indeed, Cub. I set out to measure the increase in the apparent visual size of the moon, and I was so shocked at how quickly it was growing, I had to build a second aperture through which I could measure the moon that was even more precise. We cannot just let ourselves ignore this.
Serious words from a serious man. Joe, would you be so willing as to show us this apparatus?
I would be so willing. Right this way. As you can see here, Cub, this overgrown area is the original measurement aperture I created, with the idea being that you would put the moon between the posts and then mark with a sign exactly where you stood when you observed the moon as its midpoint hit the horizon. If you measure it too early, as you can see, there's some significant keystoning in the moon's proportions. So you really need to get the measurement when the moon is at its midpoint, which is about 4 pixels down, or would be visible. Now, over here, we have our newer plaza, where I have been taking measurements. When I first started taking measurements of the moon from this expanded aperture on November 18th, I was marking my position on like the back edge of this block. As you can see, the moon no longer fits within those 2 posts there from the back edge of this block.
Holy mackerel, you're right.
So as you walk forward, whoa, don't step that heavy.
Look out.
As you walk forward, you'll see that the relative size of the aperture increases more quickly than the visual size of the moon, because things that are further away increase more slowly in size. So if I was going to take a measurement right now, I can see that I'm 2 pixels from the back of the block here. Today is 1st of December. It is 17:09 Central Time, and I'm 2 pixels from back. And there we go. So we can compare that to the most recent measurement. Now, I've unfortunately been ill, but luckily Zombie Cleo has been filling in for me. Here on the 29th of November, she was standing here observing the moon. Now, from here, obviously, you can see the moon no longer fits within those posts.
Wow.
So this is a pretty significant leap in just 2 days.
Now, Joe, this is a critical question that I know a lot of our viewers have been asking as well. Is it possible that we could actually be getting smaller while the moon remains the same size?
I believe that is possible. There is no good way for us to measure ourselves in relation to anything else in the Minecraft universe, with the exception of the moon, very accurately. Now, the sun is so much further away from the world than the moon is, that that kind of visual expansion thing I was talking about, where the further something away is, the slower it seems to expand or contract in size visually. It's just hard to say. Unless we get drastically smaller, we might not see a difference in the size of the sun.
Joe went on to say that he does not believe that a polar bear invasion is responsible for the movement of the moon. However, he cannot rule out that someone on Hermitcraft is in debt to the moon, and the moon is merely moving closer to collect said debt. We thank Joe Hills for his time and expertise. However, relying on only one source would be unprofessional. As such, we've scoured the Hermitcraft world for the finest scientists and minds to give their take on the incoming moon.
The moon?
Yes, that moon. Well, we here at HASA headquarters, we've been doing some extensive research, and not to confuse you, but to put it in layman's terms, some people, they try to make their way to the moon. This moon, it's coming for us, my friend.
Through all scientific method and my thorough observations, I can indeed confirm moon's big.
What if, just hear me out here. What if we all just dropped our pants, mooned the moon, full moon versus full moon? Would that sort of like cancel out?
Moon, we are live.
Wait, we're live?
Just read the words, McGee.
We thank those scientists for their time, and we now go to local reaction on the size of the moon from local residents.
Well, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on here. The moon is just one of them. Whoa.
I definitely have my own theory on what's happening with the moon. And I think the moon, it just really likes us here on Hermitcraft. It's coming in for a giant hug. I'm ready and willing to embrace the moon. Come on in. I could use a hug right now.
Bro, when I first saw the moon, I was freaking out, right? Because the world's been shaking. I've been getting random effects going on. This has got to be Doc M. That guy is doing weird stuff on the server. He's that weird neighbor that you guys have that's behind the privacy fence doing all the creepy stuff. 100% Doc.
Yeah, a little bit concerning. I mean, I say a little bit, quite a big bit. I think I've just got a plan though, and it's just to get as far away as possible. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
So me personally, I haven't noticed anything. I think there's a lot of panic happening on the server. I've seen like Corrales is building things. People are panicking and doing stuff all over the place. And me personally, I think it's because of a lack of sleep. If you didn't know, you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep a night. And if you don't, it can have some side effects. And I think, you know, most of the people on this server, they stay up all night, all hours of the night, and they're not getting proper sleep and they're hallucinating.
So yes, obviously the moon is approaching. Imminent doom could be upon us, but I genuinely feel like if we just love the moon and show the moon the respect that it deserves, then all will be well and hopefully we'll all survive. So everyone, burn your beds, become a mooner today, and everything will be better.
Great to see some fine citizens keeping their eyes to the sky out there. I'm Moon McGee. This has been Moonwatch 2021. Take care, stay safe, and remember, keep your eyes to the sky.